On the morning of our world record attempt, we hiked up to the top of Kalpatar early in the morning. We had a large caravan of people. We had just so much gear that we needed to bring between food and warm gear and generators, TVs, PlayStation. It was quite the expedition to get up there. It was awesome. You just had your screen right in front of you and you're playing there. And right behind the screen you had these prayer flags flapping in the wind. And then you had Mount Everest right there, and then you also had Nuptse. It was really awesome to play the game in that environment because you could see some of the scenery in the game, and then you could look right behind the TV and you could see the exact same scenery. It was just a very immersive experience.
Immersive experience is right. Why to go to Everest, to play a video game? Because Will Cruz won a contest by Ubisoft to promote its new game, Far Cry 4. He's 23 years old from Utah, challenged to help Far Cry 4 set the Guinness Book World Record for playing a video game at the highest altitude, and they did it! Cruz climbed nearly 18,600 feet, dealt with temperatures as low as 17 degrees, and he is with us today. Will, first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Did you have any reservations about this?
Yeah, I had a few reservations. At first, I thought they were going to actually climb Mount Everest, and I feel like my wife would have been a little scared if I had done that. So
I see you looking over to the side of the camera. Is she there?
Yeah, she's actually here right now.
I kind of figured it. All right, so help us understand what it was like that high up.
It was a lot more difficult than I had expected. I've been at pretty high altitudes before. I've been at, I think, 13.5 before this trip. And being up there was just far more difficult than I had expected. The oxygen level is extremely low, so you have to breathe twice as much. And then also you're extremely cold all the time because the oxygen level is so low in your blood. So it was, also you get headaches a lot. So it was pretty hard, but it was also extremely fun, and I would love to go back.
Well, and yeah, and what a great experience to be able to say you did. Your video diaries, though, we're watching some of them here. They are just so profound. Great scenery, you're riding elephants, you're eating good food. What's your takeaway from this whole trip? What do you think is going to be the one thing that you are most grateful for?
The entire experience was just remarkable. Like, I learned so much on this trip. I've learned how much depth there are in pretty much anywhere that you go. So I think that's my main takeaway from this trip, is just knowing how much depth there is to each situation.
Well, speaking of depth, I know that you had a couple of frightening moments. You dealt with storms, you had an avalanche scare, and I want to listen here real quickly to part of your diary.
Today the weather is extremely rough. It's very windy and it's pretty snowy, and it's pretty much miserable outside, so we're just confined to our tents.
And then the next day it really picked up, and one of our tents practically blew away, and I tried to hold it down a little bit and practically picked me up off the ground. It was pretty hard to sleep with the wind going, thinking that you'd wake up underneath a foot of snow.
Did you ever have a moment where you thought, I don't know if I'm going to get out of this?
Yeah, I did. That blizzard, I kept wondering how we were going to make it out of there, because you couldn't even see the trail that we hiked in on. And there were a lot of glacier lakes along the way, so I was scared about falling into those, but everybody else reassured me and let me know that we'd be fine.
Well, glad that you're home safe and sound. Congratulations to you again, and thank you so much for sharing the journey with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.